The STEP Visa card and account is a secured spending card built for teens and young adults that acts like a debit card but is reported as a credit card. Spending is limited to the money in the STEP account, and the Smart Pay system automatically pays the balance from those secured funds. So there is effectively 0% APR and no way to carry a balance or rack up interest. There is no annual fee, no overdraft fees, and users cannot overspend, which directly addresses the biggest pain point most beginners have with credit: fear of debt and surprise charges. Where STEP really stands out is how it combines safety with real credit building. Activity is reported to major credit bureaus even before age 18, so everyday purchases can start building a positive history early as long as the account stays open and in good standing. Because there is no hard credit check required, teens and young adults with limited or no credit history can get started without worrying about being denied or taking a hit to their score. For families and younger users, that mix of protection and long-term credit benefits is a huge plus. On the reward side, the card earns points on purchases, and those points are simple to understand. Each point is worth 1 cent. Points never expire as long as the account remains open and in good standing, and they can be redeemed for cash directly into the STEP account or for gift cards. That means every swipe has some payoff without having to track complicated categories. The card runs on the Visa network, so it is widely accepted, and users get access to over 30,000 fee-free ATMs for withdrawals, which makes it practical for day-to-day use. The instant virtual card that can be added to Apple Pay and Google Pay also helps new users start spending quickly while waiting for the physical card. There are some downsides and limitations to understand up front. The biggest one is that STEP has no borrowing power at all. It is not an emergency credit line and will not help in situations where spending needs to go beyond what is in the account. That is a trade-off for the 0% APR and debt-free structure. The credit building benefit also depends on keeping the STEP account open and in good standing. So if the account is closed or mismanaged, that history may not grow the way users expect. At gas pumps, there can be temporary pre-authorization holds that are higher than the final purchase, which can lock up some balance until the hold clears, something that can be frustrating with a limited amount of money available. There are a few practical inconveniences as well. Cash cannot be deposited via ATM, so anyone who handles a lot of physical cash will need another way to fund the account, usually through a linked bank. The physical card can take 14 to 21 business days to arrive, which is noticeably slower than many competitors and might annoy users who want a physical card quickly. At in-person terminals, the card needs to be run as credit rather than debit and may require a signature, which can be confusing for teens who are used to PIN-based debit transactions, but matters for making sure it processes correctly as a credit card. In summary, the STEP Visa card and account is a strong option for teens and young adults who want to build credit safely, avoid fees, and still earn straightforward rewards. The secure design, $0 annual fee, 0% APR, Smart Pay auto payments, and inability to overspend remove most of the traditional risks that come with starting out in the credit world. The trade-offs are that it offers no true borrowing capacity, depends on keeping the account in good standing, has some limits around cash deposits and gas holds, and requires patience for the physical card. Used with realistic expectations, it can be an excellent starter tool for learning money management and building a credit foundation, but it should not be viewed as a substitute for a real line of credit in emergencies, or for those who need access to borrowed funds.